I'm Brian Olea with AboutHollywood.com, and here we are with Gary Sohmers, star of Antiques Roadshow. Hey Gary, welcome to the show.
Aloha, but I'm not a star of Antiques Roadshow. I just happen to appear on Antiques Roadshow as an appraiser. The star of Antiques Roadshow is the stuff.
Oh, well, that's a different way to look at it, but actually in my eyes you are the star, because I get blown away every time I watch that show, how you're able to know what an item, I mean, someone will find something in their garage and you know what that item is, know what period it was actually. Where did you come up with all this knowledge?
Well, I know the value of 100,000 useless objects. If you can sit on it, I'm not very good, or if you can drink out of it, unless it's got Hopalong Cassidy on the outside, I wouldn't know. No, actually, when I was a little kid, I started buying and selling stuff. My dad would come home from trips on the road, a little cigar box full of campaign buttons. He showed me how he can buy something for $1 and sell it for 100. I was like, oh no, that's a good business. So I started selling my toys. As I grew up, I started getting into rock and roll. I played with records, I played in bands, I had a lot of fun, but I realized the stuff that was getting thrown away around me was gonna be valuable someday. So I started grabbing all that rock and roll stuff on the counters of the record stores, all the great records and all the fun stuff, and then 20 years later, everyone looking for it.
And speaking of rock and roll, I do see that you are also the rock and roll collector.
I am.
I understand you have a special gift. Is it not true that you are actually also a psychic appraiser?
Yes, I can do psychic appraisals. In fact, I know what your stuff is worth, and I can tell you what your stuff is worth. If you just describe it, I can tell you. I know.
And for the person out there watching, when can they see your show?
Antiques Roadshow appears on PBS every Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, and I'm not sure what it is elsewhere. Check your local listings. I don't work for Antiques Roadshow, but I am an appraiser on Antiques Roadshow, and I get the opportunity to tell people what their stuff could be worth and help them make a rational decision about what to do with that stuff.
So AboutHollywood.com, you can find out all about the great nightlife in Hollywood, the great dining, but we also talk about shopping. And one of my favorite things on a Sunday afternoon is going to the trading post over at the Fairfax High School. Do you find yourself going to the trading post or maybe garage sales and finding great finds?
Well, the big deal out here is Pasadena Sunday mornings at the Rose Bowl, because there's stuff galore. I mean, you can walk around the Rose Bowl for pretty much the whole day and not see the whole thing. It's the largest selection of used and collectible merchandise on the fields, and it's great. But there's also really cool little shops all over, like Rockaway Records in Silver Lake, and there's plenty of great prop and cool stuff shops on Melrose and over in the areas. So when you're going to be shopping for stuff, you know, there's several reasons why you want it. You may want it because it's nostalgic. You may want it because it's decorative. You may want it as an investment. And around in Hollywood, they're looking for props. Everything's a prop.
That's absolutely true.
So in Hollywood, you are lucky because you have prop land. Anything you could possibly want to put in any kind of movie or TV show is somewhere in this neighborhood. And the big thing now is mid-century modern. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, you look at...
what is mid-century modern?
Mid-century modern is the Jetsons all the way back to like Buck Rogers. You know that the future is coming. And you look at Mad Men and all the clothing and the cars and the style, mid-century modern.
So my old sparkle gun would be a big hit right now.
Of course, yeah.
I wish I knew where my mom hid that.
Wait. I bought that from your mom at a yard sale.
That's where it went.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, Gary, you are a blast. Always love speaking with you, man. This has been amazing to get to actually meet you. A big fan of myself. And thank you for being on AboutHollywood.com.
Happy to be here. Looking forward to be back in Hollywood, even if it's just psychically.